Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Joseph Enslow here, Lane Road, North Cowichan. So obviously I'm here to speak on 7.2. Most of us are. Really, my only feedback about it is not really about like left or right or corporate versus environment, nothing like that. Like I understand that our municipality is going to move forward with some benefits to one side, some benefits to the other side. I totally get that. The corporate environment that I've been in for almost 2 decades goes through a lot of change management. There's always a stakeholder, there's always a group that has a problem, and in order for us to tackle that problem, we have to make changes. Those changes subsequently affect other departments, other stakeholders. So essentially, before that we do anything, we strive to get everybody at the table to understand if we do X, what will happen? If we do Y, what will happen? And after all that input and stuff comes forward, we decide what makes the most sense going forward. For change control, the biggest thing that I've seen in almost 20 years is that people get fatigued. You just get tired out. When we focus on one change more often than any other change, eventually that group that always pays the price, has the weight on their shoulders, whatever, that group eventually needs a voice at the table. And as the business moves forward, even if our focus for the moment is climate, does that mean we have no focus on housing or economics, sustainability, or any of the other things? We also have different relationships that we're currently building. Fortis, for example, is part of our Canadian energy sector. They have a plan that goes all the way to 2050 to use renewables for natural gas. Eventually, renewables will be more than what, call it the legacy fuels would be. But if we start demonizing potential partners by ruling them out, like we're going to have to rebuild those relationships later. The entire argument is not really about climate versus anything else, because for all of us to live, some kind of emission, some sort of exhaust needs to be created. In order for us to move forward as an entire community, we should strive to get everybody at the table to hear that we're leaning on policies that we started working on 10 years ago. I still think it's crucial that we follow through with those, because to undo 10 years of taxpayer money and effort and staff, like I understand that that's also a huge effort. I just find that lately, especially in the last few months, where, call it, emotions are getting higher, we're almost protecting that we have to move this climate agenda forward. And I would just like council to please remember that while we are protecting the policies we're trying to push forward, we are forgetting about some of the voices that are getting impacted by that weren't impacted by that 10 years ago. And if we stop getting feedback from those voices now, we'll roll all these things forward and leave a lot of people behind. So please don't forget about the other side. Thank you.
Thank you.